Hello everyone, welcome back. My day's really good, so I hope your day's really good. Guys, today I'm going to show you how to make a custom rocket launcher system. So I just found a free model house in the toolbox. So we can use this I can use this to demonstrate the rocket launcher. So the first thing we want to do is we want to add a module script to the replicated storage, and we're going to call this RocketModule. And we're just going to change the name to RocketModule. If you don't know how to use the modules, I suggest you watch some tutorials and learn a bit about it, because we're going to use the modules this time, or we're going to use the modules today. So the first thing we want to write in the module is first we want to get the run service. So local run service equals game get service run service. Then inside the rocket module we're going to add a function. So function, we're going to call this function rocket module. You need to name it after the module. So function module dot fire, and we're going to get a position, and we're going to get a character. Okay, so now let's make a part. So local part equals instance.new part. Part.parent should be equals to workspace. Part.anchored should be equals to false. Part.cframe should be equals to cframe.new. Char dot, or the character humanoid root part dot cframe dot position, comma the position, and position or POS is going to be the mouse position. Then we're going to write times cframe dot new 0, 0, 10, just so the part, or minus 10 I mean, just so the part doesn't spawn in the player. Then we're going to make a velocities, so a body velocity. So local velocity equals instance.new body velocity. Velocity dot parent should be equals to part. Velocity dot max force should be equals to vector3.new math.huge, math.huge, math.huge. And then velocity dot velocity should be equals to part.cframe.look vector times 200. After this, we're going to make a new function, and we're going to call this this function touch. So when the part touches a surface, so local function touch, and we're going to get the hit, or the thing it touched. So if run service is server and hit.name equals, and hit.name is nil to base plate, then so what we're going to do is when we check if the run service is server, that we actually check if the function or the module has been activated on the server side and not the client side. And then we're going to check if the name or the hit name is not base plate, because we don't want to explode when it touches base plate. That can be a bit annoying. So what we're going to do now, we're going to make something. We're going to make a local ball, and then a local tween 2. So ball. Then we're going to make a local function fireball, and inside this one we're going to make ball equals game dot replicate storage dot fireball clone ball.parent should be equals to workspace, and ball.anchor dot anchored should be equals to false, no, true, sorry, true, and ball.cFrame should be equals to part.cFrame. So we're going to clone a fireball in the replicated storage, and we're going to make the fireball after we have scripted all of this. Then we're going to make it parent's workspace. We're going to anchor it so it doesn't move, and then we're going to change its C-frame, its position, to the parts or the projectiles position. To make, we're going to write local tween equals game get service tween service create the ball comma tween info dot new, and we're it's going to take 0.2 seconds, comma size equals ball dot size plus vector3 dot new 50 comma 50 comma 50. Then we're going to make a new tween local. Then we're going to write tween 2 should be equals to game get. Then we can just copy paste this. Game get service tween service create ball, and then dot part, because there's going to be another ball in the fireball. So game get service tween service create ball dot part, because there's going to be another ball in the ball, and then we're going to change the size to 40 here, 40 there, and 40 right here. Then we're going to write tween play and tween 2 play. And then we're going to write game get service debris add item ball comma 8. So what we're going to do is we're going to add the ball into debris service. So after 8 seconds it's going to be removed. Then underneath here we're going to write fireball, so we activate this function by calling the fireball function. Then we're going to write part destroy after it has been fired or activated. Then we're going to write repeat wait 0.1 until tween2 dot complete. No, sorry. You can just write tween2 dot completed wait. So we're going to wait until tween has been completed. Then we're going to write local touching equals ball get touching parts. Ball dot can collide equals false, and then for I comma v in pairs, touching do if v dot name equals if v dot name is nil to base plate, then v dot anchored should be equals to false, and v dot color should be equals to color free from RGB, and we're just going to change it to a lighter color like that. Then we're going to wait 2 seconds, and we're going to write for I equals 0.4 comma 1 comma 0 no comma 0.01, do ball.transparency should be equals to I, and ball.part.transparency should be equals to I. Oh, sorry. Wait 0.01 seconds. And then we can just, and underneath the end right here, we're going to write part.touched connect go touch. There we go. Okay, so now we're going to, oh yeah, sorry, and then we need to return part. Yeah, and I'm going to just tell you why we're going to do that afterwards. So now in the replicated storage, we're going to add a remote function, not a remote event, but a remote function. I'm going to call this rocket fired. And then in a server script right here, we're going to write local rocket module equals require game dot replicate storage wait for child rocket module, and then we're going to write game dot replicate storage dot rocket fired dot on server invoke equals function plr comma position comma char, then local bullet equals rocket module dot fire position comma char. Then we're going to return the bullet. There we go. And then we're going to go inside the starter player script, and we're going to add a local script. In the local script, we're going to write local plr equals game.players.local player. Local mouse equals plr get mouse. And then we're going to write local rocket module equals require game dot replicate storage wait for child rocket module. We're going to write local char equals game dot workspace wait for child plr dot name. Then we're going to write mouse dot button one down connect function local server part equals game dot replicate storage dot rocket dot rocket fired invoke server mouse dot hit dot p and comma char. Then we're going to write rocket module dot fire mouse dot hit dot p comma char, and underneath we're going to write server part destroy. So what we do right here is when you click, we're actually going to remove. We're going to fire. We're going to invoke the server. So we're going to fire remote function, and then in the server script, when it has been fired, it's going to activate the module, or the fire function in the module. When it's done that, it activates this script, and then when it has done all of these things, it's actually going to return the part. When it returns the part, the script is going to return the bullet, or the part again, and then in the local script is going to remove the part from the server side. And we're going to do this because if we don't remove the server sided part from the player who activated or fired the rocket launcher, there's going to be 2 bullets, and we only want 1 bullet, so we're going to remove the server side bullets and keep the client-sided, because if we remove the client-sided and keep the server-side, there's going to be a delay, and we don't want that. So what we're going to do now is we're actually going to make a fireball. So we can just take a sphere. This is a good size. We can just make it orange color like that. We can take a neon material and 0.4 in transparency, and then we're going to make a smaller one, place it inside right there. We're going to make it color like a red color like that. It looks good, right? So what we're going to do is we're going to put the pot or the sphere that's inside the big one. We're going to take the small sphere and put it inside the big one. Then we're going to call the big one fireball, I think, or fire. Let me just see what we called it. We called it fireball. Yeah, exactly. Then we're going to make weld. So we're going to add a weld. So if you can't find the weld like I do, I can't. We can go into the command bar. I'm going to write instance.new weld.parent should be equals to workspace. There we go, we got a weld. Okay, so we're going to put it into fireball, and when it's in the fireball, we're going to make the part 0 fireball, and the part 1 we're going to make it the small one. Then we're going to put the fireball into the replicated storage. Okay, so I found some small errors. So if you go to the rocket module and into on line 43, we need to write repeat wait 0.1 until tween2.completed wait. And on line 32, I and 31, I made an error. It should be 0.2 and 0.2 and 0.2, 0.2. And then on line 32 on the tween2, it should be ball.part. There we go. So let's try it out. And let's fire it. There we go. It worked. And if I fire it here, there we go. Yup. It unencases it and it becomes like a black color. Oh shoot. There we go. Okay, so thank you for watching. I hope you enjoyed this video, and I hope you can use this custom rocket launcher in your own game, and I hope I will see you in the next video. Bye.